We're here with Hilltoppers head football coach Roger Waialae after the season opening victory over Clarion. Coach, thoughts on the first game?
Well, it kind of went as I expected. You know, we're facing a different style of offense that we never seen. It's kind of like facing the option. I thought we battled. We played great defensively. You know, when you do this long enough, there's no such things as bad wins and good losses. A loss is a loss and a win is a win. I'm just glad what this team did at the end was hung together. You know, where in the past I had to struggle to keep them together, this team hung together and I didn't have to say much to keep them together.
Yeah, and you had a big fumble recovery to score first and then punched it in.
It's Hilltopper football. We've got to play off
yeah.
defense. We've got to create turnovers. And until we can get to 100% offensively as what we tried to architect out as coaching staff, you know, we played with two receivers that probably would be playing a lot, and those were our outside deep threats. And so we're able to get a win. You know, like I said, there's no bad wins and good losses. A win's a win and a loss is a loss. So, but like I said, I'm proud of this team because they hung together. Where last year, you know, we had the lead in 5 of the 7 losses or 4 of the 7 losses, and we kind of separated. And this week we were able to hang on, and you know, offensively, we got to clean things up, just like defensively. We got to clean special teams. You know, they got a couple big returns on us that we got to get the ball kicked to the right area.
Sean Stevens, big game defensively, 2 interceptions. You want to talk about his play?
Yeah, I mean, for a kid that came late to camp, you know, we knew he had a big upside to him. He's still learning the defense. I think if he learns the defense a little bit more, he'll get on his hands on a few more balls. But yeah, big game, turned the momentum. He got the pick in the end zone. Then he got the pick 6. And so, you know, big games, you know, we had big games from everybody. A lot of guys were making plays. You know, people don't notice, like Nazir had some great tackles on special teams. And that's basically, he only had a couple snaps on defense, but he made an impact on the game with his play on special teams.
Now, Wimbish had a pretty big game, over 90 yards in his first game back.
Yeah, first game back. You know, he got a little banged up tonight. I'm sure if you ask him, he'd want to finish the game, but, you know, he's got to get used to that. We're going to ride him, and that was the game plan, was to ride him and try to throw the ball sparingly here and there and try to catch them off guard. But I never quite thought we got in rhythm offensively. You know, we had the big 95-yard drive, but most of that was a big chunk play. Now, we did in spurts. We got out, we flipped the field. Played good team offense, meaning, you know, a lot of times when you're backed up to the end zone, you want to flip the field, and we're able to do that a couple times with the offense getting a couple first downs and then the punting team punting them down in the hole a little bit. So all those things play a part in football. It's a big team sport, and you have to have those 3 working in sync. And so some things worked out for us tonight in that fashion. You know, I didn't mind Jamie's first pick in the end zone. Hell, make them go to the field if they want to go. Thought he was a little late with the ball, but those things happen.
Yeah, and Clarion battled. It went down to the very last play of the game. So you could just talk about, especially in a season opener, playing and battling all the way to the final last second.
Yeah, well, you know, first of all, they're a well-coached team. That's going to be one of the best coached teams we play all year. You know, Coach Monica hasn't done what he's done on the Division II level by being a bad coach. You look at the programs that he's turned around and the places that he's been. Then Coach Speckman, you know, running that fly sweep offense, you know, it's going to be hard to defend. They're going to give some teams trouble, but, you know, even you can, we don't have any film on them. You just have scores. And they could, when we went up 21-7, I think, with and nothing against their past coaching staff, but I don't think they would have rallied like they did. And that's what I told our team at halftime. I said, listen, their coach ain't going to let them lay down. They're going to try to find a way. And, you know, fortunately enough, we found a way.
All right. Congrats, Coach, and thanks for interviewing.
Thank you.